everyone, welcome to Julia's Kitchen. Given the weather, we're going to make a very simple ice cream sandwich which you can pop in the freezer and take out to enjoy at any point. You can also flavour it whichever way you prefer, and I'm going to show you how. So for the biscuit base, I'm going to use these plain biscuits similar to rich tea biscuits. We're going to use 150 ml of milk to wet the biscuit base. And then for the main ice cream, I'm going to use 500 ml of cream, 300 ml of condensed milk, and then I'm going to make the ice cream in two different flavors. So I'm going to use some vanilla bean paste for half of my ice cream, and I'm going to make chocolate ice cream using some cocoa powder. So we're going to beat the 500 ml of cream now until it's nice and fluffy. Once your cream is whipped, and I have to thank Louis, otherwise it would have taken me forever, you can then add your condensed milk. The condensed milk allows the ice cream to remain quite creamy and not entirely frozen, basically, when you take it out of the freezer. And then we fold in the condensed milk into the cream until nicely combined. We're going to divide our cream into two parts. I'm going to do one chocolate and one I'm going to leave it plain just by adding some vanilla. We've added a couple of spoonfuls of cocoa powder, and we're going to fold it in until nicely combined and until our cream changes colour. This is great, by the way, for as an activity to do with your kids, as it's just simple and doesn't involve any actual cooking on the hob. And we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla paste to our plain ice cream. Right, so we're going to do our layer of biscuits. Clearly I want this part to be visible, so I'm going to layer them this side up. If it's going to be only adults eating the ice cream, you can also, like for tiramisu, dunk the biscuit in coffee, for example, to have more of a coffee flavour. Or if you really feel adventurous, you can even add a little bit of your favourite liquor. And now we're gonna put the cream on top and then put our next layer of biscuit on top of that. Clearly the firmer the cream, the better it is, so it's not gonna go overboard. You want to cover all of these corners so that when you then offer the ice cream, it's all nice and covered in cream. And now we're gonna cover the top with the other layer of biscuit. Clearly the idea is to have an ice cream sandwich, so make sure that you place the top biscuit exactly on the one at the bottom so it's easier to then cut through. And we're going to stick these in the freezer right away. Repeat the same process of dunking the biscuits in the milk and layering them in your tin for as many flavour of ice cream as you created. So I've got my chocolate ice cream here, so I'm going to put the cream on top of the biscuits now. And like the other one, you spread it across so that all the biscuits are nicely covered. And then again, repeat the same process for the top. So after at least 3 hours, or even maybe the following day, you will then have the ice cream sandwiches ready to cut out and be served. So we're gonna slice them through, just like that. There we go, so we're now going to serve them up. This step is completely optional, as you can have your ice cream pretty much as it is when it comes out of the freezer. However, I'm going to use some toppings and some chocolate just to make them extra special. So I've got here some chocolate, which I'm going to melt in a second, and some toppings for the ice cream. I've got some ground pistachio nuts and some coconut flakes. Of course, you can use whichever nuts or whichever other toppings you may like. So I'm going to quickly melt my chocolate now. Bring some water to the boil and then put a bowl on top and add your chocolate cut in pieces. Let it melt slowly. This is the best way of melting chocolate, as it can burn quite easily, whereas this way it melts quite gently. So here's our chocolate sandwich out of the freezer. So I'm going to quickly put it in the chocolate. With a spoon you can help yourself putting the rest of the chocolate on it. There we go. Once you're happy with that, you can then put it in the nuts. There we go. And it's now ready. And you keep repeating the process for as many ice cream sandwich you have. There we go. We'll do another one with the coconut. I personally find chocolate and coconut go really well together. Once you're done, we're going to put them back in the freezer so the chocolate can get firmed up. And here are your ice cream sandwiches ready to be enjoyed. Buon appetito!